Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Akai coming to you with another one. And if you're not already subscribed, feel free to subscribe to the channel and definitely like the video, because when you like the video, it actually helps the algorithm to make sure that this content gets to people, others that actually want this content. Okay? So today, what I would like to talk about is the differences that I've noticed as a middle-aged man, the difference that I've noticed as far as dating when I was in my 20s and 30s versus how and approaching a woman, the art of actually approaching a woman back when I was a much younger man, and what was necessary versus what's going on right now, nowadays. Okay? Back when I was coming up, it was really simple. You were to be polite. Okay? You could see a woman at the supermarket, you could see a woman at the mall or whatever, and I could just walk up to her, just say, "Hey, how you doing?" Whatever. Tell her, thought that she was beautiful, whatever. And whatever I want to say, and what we used to say in hood is the rap or whatever you're gonna say, crack a joke. I used to crack a little joke or whatever, and then one was like, "Hey," and then I'm asking her for her telephone number, and what it was is that they liked my personality, and I was always confident. I never ever felt nervous about approaching a woman, and I'm going on 55, and I'm telling you. I never ever felt nervous about approaching a woman. Never, never. If I want to approach a woman, I approach a woman because I understand how to be kind. You definitely want to be kind. You want to be very respectful when you approach her. And if you want to be, say a little slick joke or something to lighten the mood and just say, "Hey," but one thing you have to be understand is when you're approaching a woman, especially nowadays, when you approach a woman, if you see her out, make sure that it's okay for you to approach her. Just say, "Hey, how you doing? I want to know if I could talk to you for a moment. I think you're beautiful. I noticed you're shopping. I just wanted to see if it's okay if I took a moment and talked to you for a minute." That's different. That's totally different. But guess what's going on nowadays? That would be my recommendation if you want to approach a woman nowadays. But the other thing that's going on right now is that I've been noticing that women around my daughter's age, my daughter will be 27 on Sunday. Women around my daughter's age are asking guys to cash app them $500, $300 to $500 to even get the number. When you make it transactional, which is what you're doing, and for women that are in their 20s or 30s, when you make it transactional, then it sounds like legalized. The other word starts with a P and kind of rhymes with institution. That's the situation that you're putting yourself in, and maybe some people feel like, well, they don't care how they look, that they want that $500, and and that's what I've been noticing, that's what they're doing nowadays. Everything is transactional. People are not getting along, and it's all about just doing things the right way. I'm not anybody's father except the daughter that I have, and I've never heard her talk like that. I would be very ashamed of her if she came, if I heard that she did that. And a guy that would do that, it would even send the money, is a guy that is what I call a beta male, a subordinate male. He that would actually pay the money, because paying the money doesn't mean that she's still going to be with you. It doesn't guarantee that this woman is going to choose you. You're just one of the guys that's on the roster that had paid, and she's talking to all these different guys. That's what I'm saying. So, you don't even need to get a clue on this one. This is easy. Don't do it. Just try the old school method, and hopefully, it's a woman a young woman that is approachable. Some women, believe it or not, are very approachable. They're very nice, straightforward, and they go off of your energy. That's what they do. They go off of your energy. Okay? But some don't. But I just wanted to kind of tell the difference of what I noticed as an older man, like, hey, this is what I noticed. Okay? All right. You all have a wonderful day. And definitely have a grand rising. And I'm also on X, so you can feel free to go over there. All right. So you have a wonderful day. Until next time.